Travis Wayne Goodsell, the prognosticator of prognosticators. Where does that come from? That's a movie. Where does that come from? Revelations chapter 6, verse 13. We'll read verse 12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her shadow, her untimely figs, when she is shaken of a mighty wind. Yep. Yesterday was the day that will live in infamy, and I missed Rachel Maddow's interview with Michael Cohn. I'm watching it, well, listening to it now with this while I do the video. So, yeah, and you wouldn't believe that yesterday the number of thumbs down just skyrocketed on all day of days, as I was proven right, as Nelson was proven wrong. Nelson became the false Christ. He failed to follow Amos 3:7 to protect you, Mormons. I was the one who warned you, and you would not listen. You would not build your arks. I warned you in advance. I kept warning you up until the day. Talking about the sign in the heavens yesterday morning, with the autumn meteor showers right next to Mars, which I told you from the beginning is the sign of Nelson. I warned you, and you spew your hatred. You're not Mormons. Mormons don't spew hatred. Mormons don't condemn Mormons. Mormons don't bully for the truth. The Church of Jesus Christ is not true because you put a thumbs down. It's that simple. You aren't Christ-like. You aren't Latter-day Saints. You are followers of some other God. And I've gone over that video as well. So, apparently there's more wind today. Whether it knocks out more power today, I don't know. Whether there's news that I need to get caught up on, that I need to update you with, I don't know. But I'm the only one trying to save your lives, and you want me dead. That's what it comes down to. I'm a believer in Joseph Smith. You guys are believers in Nelson. And you're still going to be believers in Nelson after yesterday's fiasco. He betrayed you. He's celebrating his birthday today rather than getting out there to help with the destruction that he did not foresee and did not warn you about. He has chosen church over Mormons, and you are choosing church over Joseph Smith. $143. Interesting. Okay, so 33, 42, 29, 48, 60. Yeah. You guys just aren't going to the videos. Not like you guys did during the earthquake. But Revelations chapter 6, guys, I put it here. Revelation prophecy fulfilled in Mormon, Utah. Only 2 thumbs down, which is surprising. Because there's 6, 5, 6, 6, 6, consistently 6s. It's just unbelievable. And so yeah, the Mormon God curses Mormons for thumbs down, only 1 thumbs down. See the difference? See, Mormons are triggered by my titles. And for some reason, Mormons think they're going to go on the attack. They don't stop and think, what is this title about? And then listen. You need to listen. Your wives have been telling you to listen. Why don't you listen? God's been telling you to listen. You don't listen. Listen. It's not complicated. Just listen. Government does not listen. What? Huh. Putin bought Trump a house? Huh. Oh, another sneezes. Oh, man. So, yeah. The Book of Mormon even testifies of all this, Mormons. The Book of Mormon. Don't you believe in the Book of Mormon? You go around saying you do. You draw near to everyone with your lips that the Book of Mormon is true, but apparently your hearts are far from the Book of Mormon. So I hope you're dressing warmly, as apparently my dressing warmly is causing sneezing. Sneeze out all the pollution. The Book of Mormon, the very first chapter, very first page. In the first year of the reign of King Zedekiah. Okay. Did you do your research to find out who Zedekiah is? Did you find out that he was put on the throne of Jerusalem in Judah by Babylon? Do you even know your scriptures? Why do you even bother to be religious if you don't know your scriptures? Why bother to be Mormon if you don't understand your Book of Mormon? If you don't understand the Doctrine and Covenants? If you don't believe in Joseph as a prophet, seer, revelator, and translator, not of the Book of Mormon, but of the King Follett Discourse with Paleo-Hebrew, no, that's what he used, was Paleo-Hebrew. The Hebrew text of the Bible, and then of Egyptian petroglyphs. You see, you guys are all scared and concerned that I'm going to tell you that Joseph Smith was some magician using a hat trick of witchcraft. That's what the Mormon podcast was doing last night. And I've already told you, no, Mormons don't have anything to fear from Joseph Smith. It's Brigham Young you have to fear. there was finally one of my subscribers who found out for himself, because he hasn't had time to go over all my videos, that Brigham Young had purposely altered the Doctrine and Covenants concerning Section 132 with polygamy. So I helped him out with some extra information to support that for him. I don't know what else to do, Mormons. There's the testimony of, let's see if I can find it. Testimony of earthquakes, thunders, etc. I think it's what I'm thinking it is. Only one. Oh, no, it isn't. It's in section 88. But it is talking about the last days. For not many days hence, and the earth shall tremble and reel to and fro as a drunken man, and the sun shall hide its face, and shall refuse to give light, and the moon shall be bathed in blood, and the stars shall become exceedingly angry, and shall cast themselves down as a fig that falleth from a fig tree in a mighty wind. He didn't put that there this time, but that's where he got it from, was Revelation 6:13. And after your testimony cometh wrath and indignation upon the people. For after your testimony cometh the testimony of earthquakes, that shall cause groanings in the midst of her, and men shall fall upon the ground, and shall not be able to stand. And also cometh the testimony of the voice of thunderings, and the voice of lightnings, and the voice of tempests, and the voice of waves of the sea, heaving themselves beyond their bounds. Yep, we got hurricanes coming, guys. I've been tracking them, but they're still too far off. And all things shall be in commotion, and surely men's hearts shall fail them, for fear shall come upon all people. And then angels shall fly through the midst of heaven, crying with a loud voice, saying, sounding the trump of God, prepare ye, prepare ye. Prepare ye, O inhabitants of the earth, for the judgment of our God is come. Behold, and lo, here it is. This is why I keep putting thumbs up for wise virgins, thumbs down for foolish virgins. Behold, and lo, the bridegroom cometh. Go ye out to meet him. You can't do it if you don't have a real testimony. That's the oil in the lamps. And you can't just say you have one. It won't work. You have to have the word turned into reality. That's what I've demonstrated to you with yesterday's event. Yesterday was the fulfillment of the word. It happened in reality. I have the testimony now. You have been forced to have the testimony. You were compelled to believe because you would not choose to believe. And immediately there shall appear a great sign in heaven, and all people shall see it together. So he is putting things out of order, but here it comes. And another angel shall sound his trump, saying, that great church, the mother of abominations, that made the nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, that persecuteth the saints of God. Does the Catholic Church persecute the saints of God, Mormons? Which church? I demonstrated with yesterday. If you're still not catching on, you are so hard-hardened. Soften your heart. My God, how hard is it for you to do that? Only the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints persecutes the saints. That shed their blood. Only the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints shed the blood of saints. They had blood atonement even. She who sitteth upon many waters. Yes, the church sits upon many waters. And upon the islands of the sea. Yep. Behold, she is the tares of the earth. Did I not do that video? Wheat and tares? Nobody liked that video either. She is bound in bundles. Oh, the symbol of fascism. Her hands are made strong. No man can loose them. Fascism. Behold, therefore she is ready to be burned. And he shall sound his trump, both long and loud, and all nations shall hear it. Isn't it interesting? We have a president who was put in the first year when the sign of the Son of Man appeared, just like the Book of Mormon says. First year of the reign of King Zedekiah came Lehi saying, hey, I had a vision of the heavens, the sign of the Son of Man. So, Mormons. You are looking for the wrong things. You are looking beyond the mark. You are looking for things so complicated that they can never happen. And then thus you think you're protecting yourself from criticism. And all that does is just add criticism. So, I just, why do you bother being Mormon? Why? You're just bullies. You refuse to listen. You're offended by my titles. And yes, I'm not going to give you flattery. I'm not going to pacify you. I'm not going to deceive you. I'm going to tell you the truth. And the truth is hard for you to handle. It's that simple. So yesterday was the Latter-day Saint Illuminati Day of Darkness. Because the Illuminati, light, and yet yesterday, light was turned out. Day of darkness.